Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the developments on the PMVIC front. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on rules regarding traffic lights. This week's Apaying Chuper shall be about wearing a proper uniform of PUV drivers. The public service segment centers on accidents involving the EDSA busways barrier. Showcase this week shall have the pickup from Nissan, the Navara VE 4x2 automatic. While for race weekend, we'll have the highlights of the third and fourth rounds of the 2021 Philippine Rallycross Series.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Live extra
with the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Montero Sport. Elevate your journey.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. The LTO wants to set the record straight on the COA report on the backlogs on the issuance of motor vehicle license plates.
The LTO has come out with its own report on backlogs in the issuance of motor vehicle license plates. This after news came out that a 2020 Commission on Audit or COA report blamed the LTO for lapses that led to delays in the distribution of over 10 million motorcycle and motor vehicle license plates worth 2.15 billion pesos over a period of 6 years beginning in 2014. An LTO press statement said it has produced over 3.9 million pairs of motor vehicle license plates and 3.9 million motorcycle license plates, covering issuances of production backlog since 2014. The LTO clarified that much of the backlog was related to a 2014 contract between the then Department of Transportation and Communications and PPI JKG Philippines for the delivery of 5.2 million pairs of motor plates and 9.9 million pieces of motorcycle plates. The LTO said the COA had disallowed payment on the contract to PPI JKG in 2015 that led to suspension and stoppage production and delivery of license plates. The Supreme Court had also issued a temporary restraining order on the distribution of license plates already supplied. Confronted by the subsequent backlogs, the LTO established its own plate-making facility to help resolve the backlogs, and it has that as of August 10 of 2020, the facility has produced 3,940,705 pairs of motor vehicle plates. It added that since 2014, the LTO has produced 6,019,150 motorcycle license plates, 3,649,114 of which were produced from 2018, featuring the new design of MC plates. The LTO said the backlog in the production of license plates could also be traced to its failing to get the budget it requested in 2019 to 2021 from the national government for supplies and materials necessary for the production of plates. The LTO said it has requested a budget allocation of 2.6 billion pesos for calendar year 2022 so that the agency can meet the demand to produce 16 million license plates by June of 2022. It plans to outsource the production of plates for calendar years 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2022 in order to complete the projected 16 million plates by 2022.
Perhaps it's a good thing that the LTO acknowledges the backlogs and presents solutions to solve the problem. The Kalayaan Bridge has been completed and is now open to motorists. Next up for completion is the Kalayaan Viaduct.
The DPWH has been hastening the completion of the BGC Ortigas Centerlink Road project that aims to provide a new corridor linking the cities of Makati, Pasig, and Mandaluyong. One of the new components of this 5.72 billion peso project, the Santa Monica to Lota Bridge, now renamed the Kalayaan Bridge, was opened to motorists as the country celebrated Independence Day last June 12. Now the DPWH is fast-tracking the completion of another segment of the BGC Ortigas Center Road project, a 535-meter viaduct from Kalayaan Avenue in Makati to the 8th Avenue of the Bonifacio Global City. Already, the pairs of board piles for the elevated structure along 8th Avenue are now in place and installed, with most of prefabricated girders on the horizontal support structure for the slabs. Also being completed is the concrete retaining wall for the viaduct's approach ramp at 8th Avenue. The DPWH aims to fully complete the project by the third quarter of the year. It says the BGC Ortigas Centerlink Road will cut travel time between BGC and the Ortigas CBD to just 12 minutes.
The DPWH appears to be committed to completing as many projects as it can, and that should be a good thing. The country's first underground railway moves closer to reality by the signing of another loan package for its construction.
The governments of Japan and the Philippines have signed the second tranche amounting to 253 billion yen or 116 billion pesos of the official development assistance loan package for the construction of the Metro Manila Subway project. Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. and Japan Ambassador to the Philippines Koshikawa Kazuhiko signed the exchange of notes formalizing the second tranche of the loan package for the country's first subway. The first tranche was signed back in November 2017. Secretary Locsin said the Metro Manila Subway will be a shining monument attesting to the deep friendship between the Philippines and Japan. The 33-kilometer Metro Manila Subway project will have 17 stations starting from North Avenue in Quezon City to the Ninoy Aquino International Airport and traverse the cities of Valenzuela, Quezon City, Pasig, Makati, Taguig, Parañaque, and Pasay. The construction of the subway's line's first segment is ongoing with 2 of 25-tunnel boring machines already in Manila. The line's trains are also now being manufactured.
The subway should be a great addition to the mass transportation network in Metro Manila. Those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. The LTO seems to be initiating efforts to make testing at private motor vehicle inspection centers mandatory for renewal of vehicle registration. Motoring Forum discusses the new developments on this front.
At the start of this year, transport authorities moved to make it mandatory for motor vehicles to pass inspection for roadworthiness at authorized private motor vehicle inspection centers, or PMVICs, prior to renewal of registration at the LTO. This met with widespread public protests. Many complained about the excessive testing fees. Others questioned the legality of authorizing private firms to undertake the testing. Social media saw trending posts about seeming anomalies and questionable results of vehicles that underwent testing at PMVICs. Much of the testing at PMVICs is automated, and many distrusted the efficiency, integrity, and accuracy of the tests. There are also questions about the process of accrediting PMVICs, many calling for greater transparency in the selection and vetting process for the certification of inspection centers that some see as cash cows. The president stepped into the controversy and ordered PMVIC testing not to be made mandatory. He also urged PMVICs to lower fees, matching those charged by private emission testing centers or PETCs. The LTO obliged, and motor vehicle owners were given the option to go to PETCs for the emission tests and have roadworthiness of vehicles checked visually at LTO branches. PMVICs continued to perform tests for those who chose to go to them, charging just around 600 pesos in fees. Lately, the DOTR issued a memorandum circular, the implementation of Geographical Area of Responsibility or GOR, for the renewal of registration for light vehicles and motorcycles. Under the circular, the LTO assigned GORs to every authorized PMVIC, defining their area of responsibility. The circular provides that LTO branch or satellite offices will only accept vehicle emission and roadworthiness reports from PMVICs under whose GORs they fall under. In essence, this makes PMVIC testing mandatory for those looking to renew vehicle registrations at LTO offices who already fall under GORs of PMVICs. These circular raised red flags for people like Senator Ralph Recto, who's among those who still question the legality of turning over the function of inspecting vehicles for roadworthiness to the private sector. The senator also said the new GOR initiative will result in longer lines at the LTO branches and longer processing times for renewing registration papers. Senator Recto also fears the GOR initiative could encourage more corruption, as LTO offices will be tied to suking PMVICs. The DOTR, through the Private Motor Vehicle Inspection Center Steering Committee, immediately issued a press statement to allay the senator's fears and answer critics. On the question of PMVIC legality, the DOTR cited the Administrative Code of 1987 and EO 125A, which allows the DOTR to call on any corporation or organization, whether public or private, to participate and assist in the implementation of transportation programs. The DOTR said the GOR initiative was precisely issued to prevent crowding and long queues at a particular center, since the PMVICs will cater to clients in their respective areas. It added that GORs are assigned to allow the PMVIC to accommodate clients within its capacity, taking into consideration the health and sanitation protocols, and without causing traffic congestion. On the matter of suking PMVIC, LTO offices with overlapping PMVIC GORs may accept the result of any PMVIC within their area of coverage, the DOTR said. The DOTR added that increasing the number of PMVICs nationwide, leading to more areas covered, would prevent the risk of corruption in the system. The DOTR said that it remains committed to ensure all registered vehicles have been thoroughly tested for roadworthiness, and that PMVICs are the most equipped to accurately, efficiently, and reliably attest to the roadworthiness of motor vehicles allowed on the streets.
Many observers agree that by their recent actions, the DOTR and the LTO are moving to make PMVIC reports a requirement for registration of vehicles. That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Make long distance easy with the Mirage G4.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Live extra
with the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines.
Isa sa mga pinakamahalagang traffic rules ay ang pagsunod sa traffic lights. Maging ikaw ay pedestrian or driver, you should always learn how to obey the traffic lights.
More motoring tips for you here on Motoring Today. Proper driver's demeanor while behind the wheel from Mitsubishi Motors Philippines.
Payong tsuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Ka Jojo Martin, isang kapwa niyo tsuper. Maging maayos sa pananamit tuwing papasada.
Kung gusto natin makarami ng pasahero, gawin natin presentable ang ating mga sarili sa tuwing tayo ay magmamaneho. Ugaliing isuot ang uniform ng samahan ng iyong kinabibilangan kapag papasada sa daan. Iwasang magsuot ng mga pambahay na damit katulad ng sando at tsinelas kung ayaw mo ang pasahero ang magalit at umiwas.
Tandaan, kapag maayos ang kasuotan, pasahero ay iyong kaibigan. Ito po si Ka Jojo Martin, payong tsuper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa niyo tsuper.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Live extra
with the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next. We start with the latest news and developments.
The 2021 Phoenix Pulse Formula V1 Virtual Cup got off to a rousing start with a familiar name in the local motorsports topping the pro class. Inigo Anton of Avengers Racing topped the pro class in race 1 of the second season of the Formula V1 Virtual Cup with Russell Reyes of the Stregao VRS finishing second and Aldo Balagulan of Parts Pro VRS ending up third. In winning the first race of the Formula V1 Virtual Cup, hosted on the Assetto Corsa simulated racing game on PC, Anton also set the fastest lap in the pro class. Joshua David of the Legion of Racers ruled the AM class with Francis Matrillo of Stregao VRS finishing second and Joshua Nabus of Termi Tuning Factory ending up third. Francis Matrillo recorded the fastest lap of race 1 in the AM class. The next round of the 2021 Phoenix Pulse Formula V1 Virtual Cup will be held on October 2.
More on the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. Dirt racing is back with rounds 3 and 4 of the 2021 Philippine Rallycross Series. Get to meet some of the competitors, back to enjoy racing on dirt tracks on this edition of Race Weekend. For one glorious race weekend in mid-July, Rallycross racing returned to the Clark Global City in Pampanga with legs 3 and 4 of the 2021 Philippine Rallycross Series. It was a long wait since legs 1 and 2 were held back in March at the same venue after community quarantine protocols allowed for motorsports to be held in the province of Pampanga. It was an eager bunch of teams and racers who showed up for 2 rounds of Rallycross, one in daytime, the second at night. The PHRX organizers were happy to see participation growing even with the COVID-19 pandemic still an ongoing threat.
Today we have a good outcome. I guess this is the most, no? We have like 40 plus competitors driving, no? A total of 88 classes joining us for this one, no? We're getting bigger despite of, the pandemic, and that's such I guess everyone wants to get out and have fun.
Legs 3 and 4 came with a challenging but happy surprise for racers who showed up a high-speed course with a mix of tarmac and dirt surfaces.
It's totally different for everyone, for all the drivers, no? Like today, for this round 3, we have first time that we have done this, no? We have a tarmac going into dirt, no? Normally, dirt lang talaga, but this time it was a different challenge for everyone. Everyone was quite surprised, no? It's advantage to others and a disadvantage to the others, so it kind of plays the playing field kind of even for the championship.
The most recent legs drew many Rallycross veterans and motorsports enthusiasts who were pleased with the track and how organizers made their racing more fun and enjoyable. Among the experienced racers at Clark was Patrick Nang, who has been into motorsports since 2005, first in autocross and then drifting before trying his hand at Rallycross.
Masayang-masaya po mag-rally. Isipin nyo po yun, ang bilis-bilis nyo po, pero sa loose surface tayo. So sobrang dulas, tapos sobrang adrenaline po. Sa mga organizer, marami pong salamat sa magandang event. Sana pagpatuloy po natin ito.
Another veteran just happy to be back behind the wheel of a rally car is June Magno, who needs no introduction to Rallycross and rallying enthusiasts.
I'm very happy with how the organizers revised the format of the event, and it's so efficient now. I think not only me, everybody's enjoying the new format of the Rallycross. It's challenging, I would say, because right after from the takeoff, we go up to 5th gear, and then suddenly a very hard left. So it's something new for the Rallycross community to reach that higher gear and then suddenly turn hard left. It's exciting, and also I'm glad that the pace is getting faster now.
Also finding their high-speed Rallycross course challenging and fun is Charlie Cruz.
The track's constantly changing. I think from the first run, it was a bit slippery. The second run, it was starting to rut out, but at least we're hitting bottom, so there's a bit more traction on those turns. There's a lot of fast corners. It's a bit deceiving, but especially the first turn, you're hitting about third gear and then brake hard to second, and it's a very tight, narrow left-hander. But it's very challenging in terms of the track, and I think the organizers did a really good job doing the track, and I think we're ahead of schedule running this race.
The second Rallycross weekend of the year also attracted newbies and women looking to experience competing on their tracks. Hazel Ramirez is a graduate of the Automobile Association Philippines Motorsport Development Program who, after experiencing slalom and circuit racing, is trying out Rallycross.
Actually, ito po yung first time na rally ko talagang yung experience din sa pagmamaneho. Ibang-iba siya compared sa slalom and circuit since mas madaming kailangan na arm exercises, ganyan. More on finesse kasi sa circuit. So, mga small movements lang. Compare dito, big movements. So, big din yung adjustment. And, ayun, since doon nga din sa circuit and slalom or mga basta sementado, mas lowered yung mga sasakyan. So, dito, mas nakataas. So, mas malalaki yung body roll. Yun po yung mga adjustments na inuunti-unti kong matutunan.
Hazel likes it that whom she calls the Rallycross family encourages newbies like her to first enjoy slipping and sliding on the track while learning the nuances of Rallycross driving.
Sinabi din naman po sa akin since yung family po ng rally is, hindi, sige lang, enjoyin mo lang. Hindi naman po nila ako pinupush na, sige, kailangan mong manalo. Ang gusto lang nila is mag-enjoy ka, yung experience mo na sa pagdadrive, which is ma-apply mo kasi in real life po eh. So, yun yung mga kailangan ko ma-experience. And happy naman po ako sa nagiging results kahit na, alam mo yun, paunti-unti pa lang.
Other newbies are drawn to Rallycross by their literal families, like Alexon Gabriel, who tagged along with his father and uncles to watch them race. And when old enough was given the opportunity to race, sharing the same car and competing in the same group or class.
Group 4, hindi ko alam yung mga oras nila pero hindi ko na-expect na mapunta sa top. At least middle pack yung time ko for now, I think. Ang target ko lang mabit si Dad.
Alexon has enjoyed Rallycross so much that he wants to share that enjoyment with others of his generation.
I'm sure maraming car guys dyan sa atin na medyo bata-bata pa, medyo mga kaedad-edaran na natin. Try nyo yung Rallycross, promise sobrang siya pag nasa dirt, iba pag nasa sideways ka na, iba yung thrill, iba yung feeling. Yung mga project cars niyan, dalhin nyo lang dito, welcome kayo anytime sa Rallycross. And I'm sure marami rin mga veterans dito na mag-welcome sa inyo in case gusto nyo pang matuto ng iba pang driving techniques.
With the recent outbreaks of COVID-19 cases in various parts of the country, who knows when motorsports racing will again be restricted by health authorities. Here's hoping everyone's staying safe and healthy amid the current surge. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
It's not only its sedans, SUVs, crossovers, and vans that get upgrades. Toyota also upgrades its apps. Toyota Motor Philippines has upgraded the My Toyota mobile app, more features and functions to make owning a Toyota even more fun, safe, and convenient. Available for download on Android and iOS devices, the My Toyota app now provides a unified platform to enable convenient access to all information and services they need, from car buying to after sales and maintenance. The upgrades and updates let existing and would-be Toyota owners enjoy the full cycle of the Toyota life, from product and service inquiries to car maintenance and upgrades, after-sales deals and assistance, and vehicle trade-ins. According to TMP First Vice President Sherwin Chua Lim, Toyota is committed to providing ever better products and services and to improving the customer experience, from inquiring about your dream Toyota, acquiring and taking care of your vehicle, and moving on to your next Toyota, through any of the 71 Toyota dealerships nationwide or through its amplified digital touchpoints. With the new My Toyota app, life at Toyota is made easy, worry-free, and happier in a tap, he added. Nissan welcomed the decision of the Department of Trade and Industry not to implement safeguard duties on imported vehicles by announcing that it has adjusted prices of all variants of its popular Navara pickup. The new retail prices of Navara variants took effect last August 12. Nissan has also announced that customers who purchased the 2021 Nissan Navara between April 8 and August 11 are eligible for a non-interest-bearing rebate of the safeguard duties included in the original price announced during the launch of the popular pickup. Those entitled to this rebate are asked to expect Nissan dealerships to reach out and guide them through the process of finally getting the promised cash back if the safeguard measure was nixed. The Geely Coolray continues to top sales in the subcompact SUV 4x2 segment. Sojitz G Auto Philippines, or SGAP, local Geely distributor, reports selling 1,312 units of the Coolray in the first half of the year, a 153% increase over the 518 units sold in the same period in 2020. In the first 6 months of 2021, Geely sold a total of 2,426 units, more than tripling sales compared to the same period last year, and pushing the brand to number 9 in total industry sales. According to SGAP President and CEO Yosuke Nishi, Geely achieved these numbers amidst challenges that include the imposition of the now retracted safeguard duties and the re-implementation of stricter quarantine restrictions in the second quarter of the year. He said this necessitated flexible strategies for growing sales of the Geely lineup of Coolray, Azkara, and Okavango while rapidly expanding its dealer network. The Electric Vehicle Association of the Philippines, or EVAP, has decided to move the 9th Philippine Electric Vehicle Summit, or PEVS, from August 26 to 27 to September 23 to 24, 2021, after Metro Manila was again placed under enhanced community quarantine restrictions. According to EVAP President Edmond Araga, EVAP and its partners and other stakeholders involved in organizing the summit decided to make this adjustment in support of the national government's pandemic response program. Health authorities placed Metro Manila under ECQ to help control the surge in COVID-19 cases while accelerating the vaccination drive. EVAP was all set to stage the 2-day virtual PEVS with the theme of accelerating the switch to electromobility in the Philippines. The second digital edition of the summit is being organized by EVAP together with Meralco in partnership with the Department of Energy. Meanwhile, registration to the 9th PEVS is still ongoing through www.evap.com.ph.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase. courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. So you want a pickup that could double as a daily drive during weekdays in the city and as a workhorse for the family farm on weekends. Let's check out the Nissan Navara VE 4x2 automatic.
There's now a pickup truck for most needs and wants of buyers of varied means. There are the 4x4 trail-ready pickups with all the modern comforts and conveniences, the latest in driver assist and safety technology, as well as smart connectivity so much sought these days. These are most expensive in the lineup of pickup makers and distributors. There are the base models with 4x2 drivetrains that provide just basic functionalities and comforts in pickups meant to be affordable but dependable workhorses, the most affordable in the pickup truck lineup. In between are pickups of various configurations of power and drivetrains as well as accoutrements of modern-day mobility. The Nissan Navara VE 4x2 automatic falls among these in-betweens at 5,260mm long, 1,850mm wide, and 1,810mm tall, with a 3,150mm long wheelbase. The Navara VE shares the new beefier grille and bumper of its more expensive siblings. Only difference is the VE 4x2 automatic grille is chromed. The rear bumper is also new and designed to make it easier to climb into the back of the pickup truck. Both front and rear bumpers come in body color. Also shared are the quad LED projector headlights with follow me home function, and LED daylight running lights, front fog lamps and tail lamps, as well as the high mount stop lamp. The body color side mirrors with the integrated turn signals power fold and adjust. The Navara VE 4x2 automatic comes with keyless entry. The interior features some soft surfaces, fabric upholstery, and trim. It comes with room enough to comfortably sit 5. The driver and front seat passenger enjoy what Nissan calls its zero-gravity type seats that manually slide and recline. The driver gets the benefit of a height adjuster to help find its preferred driving position, aided in part by a tiltable steering wheel. Passengers in the back can benefit from a fold-down armrest with twin beverage holders. The leather-wrapped steering wheel feels great and comes with controls for audio, hands-free phone, cruise control, and the multi-information display screen between the large dials for the odometer and the tachometer. Other comfort and convenience features include power windows and door locks and dual-zone automatic air conditioning with rear vents. There are 12-volt sockets on the dashboard, in the center console, and the rear, as well as 4 USB ports. The overhead console houses the map lamp, sunglass holder, plus a mood lamp. The sun visors come with illuminated vanity mirror plus a ticket holder for the driver. All 4 doors have large pockets and soft armrests. Infotainment on the drive is provided by a proprietary Nissan 8-inch advanced touchscreen audio compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, with Bluetooth capability for hands-free call-in audio stream, USB, iPod connection, aux port, AM/FM tuner, and 6 speakers including 2 tweeters. Powering the VE 4x2 automatic is a 2,488cc 4-cylinder diesel engine with variable turbocharger and intercooler, generating 190 PS at 3,600 RPM and 450 Nm of torque at 2,000 RPM. The 7-speed automatic transmission comes in manual mode for those who want greater control of gear shifts. One of the strong points of the Navara has been its handling on various surfaces and road conditions, helped along by a fully boxed ladder frame riding on front double wishbones with coil spring, and stabilizer bar and 5 multi-link with dual rate coil spring and stabilizer bar. Nissan said that it has tuned the refreshed Navara to be kinder to people in the back seat. The Navara brakes use front ventilated discs and rear drums to provide reliable and confident stopping power, especially with anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist for added safety. Also standard on the Navara is the Vehicle Dynamic Control, which comes with 4-wheel active brake limited slip and trailer assist. The VE 4x2 also comes with intelligent emergency braking, driver attention alert, and hill start assist. Pickups are hard to park, but helping in this is the reverse camera. Other standard safety and security features in the Navara VE 4x2 automatic are SRS airbags, 3-point ELR seat belts for 5 with driver and front passenger getting pre-tensioner, ISOFIX, and tether anchors.
The Navara VE 4x2 automatic certainly fits the need for a pickup that's a comfortable daily driver in the city and a capable workhorse on farm settings. That's our featured vehicle on this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential guarantees auto insurance program. 100% worry-free driving.
I think my dad is secretly a superhero. He's the coolest, smartest, strongest person alive. No matter where we go, he always makes sure I feel safe. And he isn't afraid of anything. My dad likes to call that the power to lead. I call it his superpower.
Be part of the 2021-2022 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2021, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2021-2022 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate, standard, and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2021. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Introducing the all-new Isuzu D-Max into new heights.
Make long distance easy with the Mirage G4.
We now have our segment that dwells on the wide array of motoring problems, not only in the metro, but all over the country as well. This is where we present problems referred to us or we ourselves see and hope to fully find solutions for. Our public service segment is next.
Over time, we have highlighted road accidents which involve the concrete barriers being used at the EDSA busway. Most recently, it's been on the spotlight anew. In a dashcam video of Leorido Arigin Jr., it can be seen how a taxi unit collided with the said barriers while traversing through an EDSA tunnel. Many netizens are quick to point out that there are no signages and even lights to let motorists know that there are barriers in the said area. However, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, particularly its traffic czar Colonel Bong Nebriha, was also quick to point out that there is a solid white line road marking in the area. Therefore, overtaking is not allowed and motorists should stay on their lane. Both sides have presented arguments that everyone can work on. For one, the MMDA should start working on putting up reflectorized signages and early warning signs that barriers are situated there. The Land Transportation Office, on the other hand, should be strict about its tests and practices in the issuance of driver's licenses to applicants. Meanwhile, motorists should know the basic road traffic signs and regulations and should continue learning. We all really have to work together in reaching a common goal. What else can you add to that?
That's our public service segment this week. And should you yourself encounter motoring problems that need immediate attention, please feel free to contact us. See the details being flashed on your screen. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 35th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Happy
motoring!
motoring!